Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Blondos, and all I do here is talk about Africa and particularly the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is my country of origin, trying to show the positive sides of the country and then, hopefully give you some news and make you love it and think about it, also contribute in making this country a great attribute to the world. Now, on today's video, I decided to tell you some other things to do with Congo. So I know previously I've been showing you the positivity of what the sort of riches and mineral types that Congo has, what type of people we are, what type of energy we can bring to the world and make the world a better place. But I don't think it would be fair for me to just talk about all the positives when there are many, many negative things that are happening that you probably don't know about. And the world, as the international community, should look at and think and rethink and see if we're living in a fair world where, other people are suffering and those other ones are living, a life as if there is no tomorrow. The first thing I want to tell you is that I'm sure you heard about genocides, and the very first, well, the most famous one that we know of is the genocides of Jews, so the Holocaust, where roughly around 6 million people died around World War II in concentration camps. And I'm sure you've also heard of the Rwandan genocide. And but apart from that, there has been actual genocides happening or has happened in Congo, and actually still happening because people are still dying every day. As I'm talking to you, probably somebody's dying somewhere in the east of Congo. And it seems like the international community has got their eyes closed and not really declared this or publicized this in any way to make it stop and make, the place a livable place for many people. Now, the Rwandan genocide happened in 1994, where it's still estimated, where not exact number is known, but it's estimated to have about 200,000 to 800,000 people that have died within that genocide. However, ever since then, the Democratic Republic of Congo, or Zaire when it was in 1994, what the name was called, which changed in 1997 after the rebels toppled the dictator. The Democratic Republic of Congo has never really had peace in all its territories, especially in the eastern part of the Congo. There's been wars and there's been, rebel groups and attacks ever since 1994 until right now as I'm speaking to you. So in 2008, the International Rescue Committee sort of conducted a report to check on, what people that have been misplaced or people have died. They came up to a conclusion. This is 2008 I'm talking about. So they came to a conclusion, well, from their reports and researchers, obviously, investigations. It was told that there was around 5.4 million people died within that time, and a different number of millions have also been misplaced or displaced, moved away from the villages and the cities to run away from there. Now, so if you think about in 2008, there was already more than 5 million people dead. Think about it now. So there's been many, many more people that have died, and within which point, what happens in the war where rebels come in, attack and kill people, they take their women and children and they rape them. And so this country, the DR Congo, also had a very bad reputation, which was called the capital rape of the world, basically because women and girls were raped every single day. which was happening in the eastern part of Congo. And ironically, this is also the part of Congo that is very rich in mineral, and there's also loads and loads of like NGOs going there to help people to do things. But you know, the situation is still not great. So yeah, it's really hard to think of a situation like this where more than, I would say, around, like, the Congolese, like to speculate now that we say about 10 to 12 million people have died in these situations. And the UN or the international community has still not declared genocides in the Congo. This is, we feel very hard done by this. And people should know, people should have the information of what's happening. But it has not been great. It's not been great. Now, or let's say, fortunately or likely, only last week, so after all these times, only last week, that the new president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, has declared the eastern part of Congo to be in a state of siege. So meaning they have given power to the military to conduct all operations and look after the place, and try to do their best to actually eradicate the situation, and take away all this non-peace situation in the country. So there were reports at one point. There was like more than 1,000 rebel groups that were trying, and these rebel groups were trying to kill civilians, getting people, but they're also, exploiting minerals to sell to whoever they sell to, big companies, many other companies that I might not be naming here, but the big technological industry and the electrical cars and all these kinds of industries definitely profit from minerals coming from the DRC. And it's unfair that people of this side of the country live in, depression all the time. People have been exhausted by this time. It's been more than 20 years. People die every single day and you never hear about it. Yeah, so hopefully this state of siege where the military is going to take control of everything, so meaning all the civilians, governors, or anybody else who's a leader of the cities have been suspended for now. The power is going to the military to take control and everything and try to eradicate this situation for a month, and then they can extend it and see how it goes. So I ask that you pray for the country, think of this country in your prayers or in your thoughts. If you can spread the news and tell other people, they need to know about Congo not being in peace. And plus, this is a country that is basically in the center of Africa, that has nine neighbors and does is basically like a connection between the north, south, and the east and west of the continent. Now, if this country, or this place that is the center of everything, is not at peace, or is not living or being in the way it should be, basically it's blocking the development of Africa. Not just this, non-peace situation or the war situations blocking the situation of Africa. We know that we have our own problems with our politicians, which have been very greedy, very corrupt, and most of them very incompetent. But then that's a problem in all African countries, basically, because if we had people that actually loved the country and were, had integrity, or wanted to actually get the country to go forward, Africa would have been in a different place at this point. But again, as I say, remember in your prayers, think about this, the country, think about the people that are dying every day, the women, the children, the people that have no places to live anymore with their villages burned. It is not a peaceful situation. So I ask that you think and you tell people and pray for this country. Thank you very much for watching and listening to me today. I hope you got something and I hope you learned something new. And please spread the word, share this video to your friends and family so they can all get the information as well. Remember to subscribe to our channel and like the video if and also comment, because this helps us to grow and learn together. If you have made any mistake or said something that I shouldn't have said, or something that wasn't right, please correct me. I'm always up for learning and going forward with you together. God bless. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.